Hello, thanks for joining. Okay, Piku, it may or may not be relevant to you. All right, so if you want to watch it, you watch it, no problem. Because this content, ये जो content है ना, basically grade 7 के level का है. पर remember कि थोड़ा सा extra करने में there is no problem. All right. So basically, what I've taken today is grade 7 chapter exponent and power. Next year, you're going to have a change of the textbook. I don't know whether in how many schools this change has been implemented, because last year I know that this year grade 6 and 8 books were changed completely. So many schools have already adopted. All right. But then grade 7 book, I think, was to be changed this year onwards and next year onwards. So they have published it. We still are following that book. Okay, so today's lesson is about the exponents. In the yesterday's lesson we have learned the basics of exponents, that what are the exponents, and how do you write the expanded form, how do you write the short form, and prime factorization, and why is it important. So we have seen those type of question in yesterday's class. So if suppose you have not watched it, then go back, okay, after this session, go back and watch that also. Okay, एंड थोड़ा सा देन आफ्टर दैट मैंने थोड़े से ना वो क्रिएट किया था एक एक्सपोनेंट रूल का स्पेसिफिक वीडियो. वो इज दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, बिफोर टुडेज क्लास, वैसे बीच बीच में इन द वीडियो इटसेल्फ आई हैव mentioned the rules which we are using, but then if you are confused about the rules, go back to that video, okay, after the lesson, and then come back over here. All right, give me a thumbs up if you understood what I'm trying to say here. And also, chalo theek hai, then we'll begin with the today's lesson. Again, it is pre-recorded, but I will be here with you to see if there is any problem, or if any of you wants to ask any question. I will pause and I will answer your questions, I'll answer your queries. Okay, you can leave your doubts in the chat also, and I will get back to you immediately. All right, then let's begin. Enjoy the session. Oh, there's some background noise because we are having one school's program over here, and it's quite noisy. So I hope it's okay. And here we are. All right. So this is exercise 11.2. Okay, and from the grade 7 current NCRT textbook. But remember, concepts remain the same throughout any curriculum it is, any book it is, but the concepts will always remain the same.
Exercise
Chalo.
11.2. So let's begin with the questions. So this is the first question, and this is the first part of the question. So let's see. So the questions in this exercise are completely based on the exponent rules. Okay, so you should have the written rules with you, or you should learn the rules and should be able to apply them. So let's have a look at the first example, first question, and what it says. So you can see that here you are given three of the, there are some bases, and let me just fix it first. Yeah. So you can see that the question is 3 raised to the power 2 times 3 raised to the power 4 times 3 raised to the power 8. Now what do you notice in this? That first there is multiplication between all the numbers, multiplication operation, and the bases are same. Okay. Now I hope you remember that exponent rules are based on multiplication or division of exponents. Alright. So this is multiplication. Bases are same. So which rule do we apply? So we apply the rule of the sum of the powers if bases are same. Now what is that? If a raised to the power n times a raised to the power n, so what happens to the power? We add them up. Okay, so here we have three of them. So what we will write? Base remains the same. We will add all the powers. So it is 2 plus 4 plus 8. So it becomes 3. Add them up. 14. Alright. I hope it is clear. Now let's have a look at the next question. Now you can see that this question is based on the division of the exponents. Now what does the division rule says? The division rule says that if you have bases of two exponents same, however their powers are different, so what happens to the powers? These are being subtracted. So we subtract the powers, okay? The one in the denominator gets subtracted from the power in the numerator exponent. So here the answer would be 6 remain the same. 15 minus 10 equal to 6, and this is 5. Now next question. Again, this is multiplication of the exponents. So the rule is the same, that if the bases are same, so add the powers. So this will be a 3 plus 2 equal to a raised to the power 5. Next question. Again the same rule as you can see. So here what you can do, keep 7 same, just add the powers. Now x and 2, are they like terms or unlike? These are unlike. So you cannot solve them further. You will leave the question here itself. Let's move to the next question now. Okay. So here we are. Now here we have two rules. Okay. If you can see, we have got power of power and we have division also. So I'm writing down the rules for you. So what happens when you have power of power? So in such a case, we remove the bracket and we multiply the powers. Okay. And the division rule you are already familiar. So if you have um, same bases but powers are different, you subtract them. So let's apply these rules. First, remove the bracket. So it will become 5 and 2 times 3 division. Okay, so it is 5 6 divided by 5 3 equal to 5 6 minus 3 equal to this. Now if you are confident, okay, if you feel that you're confident enough, then you can directly solve some like this question also. Like how you can do it, you can apply like both the rules at one step. So what you can do, I'm writing it here for you. You can directly solve this as 5 6 minus 3, because you know that once you will solve this you'll get 6, and division means you have to subtract the power of the power which is there in denominator, and you can directly solve it. Okay, but remember that it's good that you mention the exponent rules, that which rules you're applying. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, now here, now is this the rule of adding the powers when two, you know, exponents are being multiplied, or does it look a little different? Now it's a little different. This rule is different than what we have seen till now. Here also we are multiplying, but what are we doing? Here you see that here instead of the bases, the exponents are same. So what happens to the bases then? So in this case, what happens that suppose if you have a raised to the power m times b raised to the power m, so you multiply the bases and power remains the same. Alright, so this will become 2 times 5 raised to the power 5. So it is 10 raised to the power 5. Okay, so this is the answer. Here I am like writing a different, like just explaining what is happening. What is its implication? Its implication is that sometimes a question require you to break down the number. Okay, so 10 can be written as 2 times 5, right? This is the prime factorization of that. So this you can write as 2 raised to the 5 times 5 raised to the power 5. Okay, this is something extra that I wanted to tell you, share with you, because such questions come. You'll see them later on. All right. So you should be able to apply this rule. Fine. So this is another rule that we use. I hope you know this rule. Next question. Now this question is based on the rule that we have just seen. Okay. So what will happen here, children? The powers are same. So we will multiply the bases and keep the power same. It will become AB this. Now, you would notice that I have placed the bracket around A and B, right? Why? What if I write suppose A, B, 4? Are they same? Is it same as this? No, these are not same. Why? Because A here has power 1 and B here has power 4. Okay, but when you put a bracket around, it means A, B both have power 4. Alright? So remember this fact. This is something that you should know. Alright? So don't make this mistake. Next part. Now this is power of power rule. So you know that what happens in such case? You will just multiply the powers. Easy? Let's move to the next question. Okay, now there's a bracket. Um, Here, I hope you remember BODMAS. BODMAS, though you learned in some stage, like you might have learned in grade 4, 5 or 6, whichever grade you learned. But it is for life. Now, whenever you'll solve a math question, if you see a bracket, remember that that bracket is to be solved first. Alright? And then only you'll move to the next step. So BODMAS to be kept in mind always. So here again we see the rules that we have seen just now. So first I see division rule and I see that the bases are same. What happens when the bases are same? So we write the same base and we subtract. Now I will write this as 10 minus 15 and then times 2 raised to the power 3. Now is it okay if I say 15 minus 10? Are they same? Can I write 15 minus 10? So my question is this same as this? Could I have written 15 minus 10 instead? No, I cannot because 2 raised to the power 15 is in the, this part is in the denominator. Alright, this is being subtracted. So this you have to bring up and do subtraction, okay, from 10. So this answer is 2 raised to the power, again negative 5 times 2 raised to the power 3. Now you know what to do. You are multiplying the exponents and then the powers will get added. So here it will be minus 2. And you know that what happens when you have a negative sign in the exponent, in the power? So that is written as this. Okay? We do not keep the minus sign. We try to avoid the minus sign in the exponents. We usually change it to this, as shown in this answer. Okay, next question. Now this is a simple one. Direct application of your power of exponent rule. So here in this question, what you will do? Keep the denominator same, subtract the powers, and as usual, these are unlike terms. You cannot solve them further. So hence, this is our answer. Next part. I think this is the first question. We are done with the first question. So this is super simple, super easy because it was the direct application of the rules. Now let's move to the more complicated, complex questions related to the application of the rules. So how to do that? Let's have a look. So again, this is the first question of 11.2, question number 2. So you can see that this looks very complicated. So remember your goal. What should be your goal is to bring them to the form of your rules, okay, exponents rules that you have applied. So what do I mean by that? So you see this here, 2 raised to the power 3, but you do not have any other 2 in the question, right? But is it possible to write this 4 or 32 in terms of 2? Might be, right? Similarly, you see that 3 raised to the power 4 is there, but then we have a 3, right? So we can solve them. These two are being divided, right? So what you will do, try to write all your numbers in the form of powers first. So let's begin. So what we will do, we will try to convert 4 and 32 in terms of power. So we will find the prime factorization of 4 and 32. So here let's do it for 4. We don't have to do it, okay? We know that what it is. 4 is 2 times 2. And what is 32? Let's check. 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2, then 2, 1. Okay, so let's start with the question now. So it is 2 raised to the power 3 times 3 raised to the power 4 times 4 is 2 raised the power 2 because we have got 1 and 2 times 2. And then this is 3 times 2 how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2. Now do you see that everything we have converted either in terms of 2 or
Hello, pausing it here. Khushu, you're here. Okay, right? And you're solving the questions, right? See, these were the questions you asked me. So, in this video, I have solved first and second, and I will upload a video tomorrow for you specifically with the last two questions because you asked me questions of exponents. All right. So, solve these questions with me. Yeah? Continue.
3. Okay, so we will apply the rules. Again, we are applying the division and addition rules. You can do it directly. So let's first solve for all the 2's. Okay, so here first I will write 3. Now you see this that 3 and 2 here, these two are being multiplied, so we'll add the powers, and this 2 raised the power 5 here, this 2 raised the power 5 here is being divided, right? So this power will go up in the numerator and be subtracted. Okay, so you can do it together, all together, or if you want to take it slow, then do the addition first and then division. Now next, multiplication. Now 3 raised the power, what are we left here? 4. And then if there is no power, as you can see here, we do not have any power. It means the power is 1. So we do 4 minus 1. So it is 3 plus 2, 5 minus 5. It is 3 raised the power 3. Now it is 2 raised the power 0 times 3 raised the power 3. 2 raised the power 0 will be 1. This is also another rule of exponents. Any number raised the power 0 is 1. So times 3 raised to the power 3, ultimately you will get this. Okay. Now from here, if the question says that evaluate, okay, so you can solve it further, and it is like 3 raised to the power 3 raised to the power 3 raised to the power 3 means this much, which is 81. You can solve till here, or you can leave it at this step also. That depends on your question, what is being asked. Okay. Second question. So let's begin again. Remember, BODMAS, you have to open the brackets, but here you see there are two brackets. One is the outside bracket and we have an inside bracket. So let's start with the bracket which is the smallest and inside. So inside bracket, so we will apply the power of the power rule. So what happens in the power of the power rule? Just a quick recall. If we have two powers, so the powers are being multiplied, m and n will get multiplied. So here we will multiply 2 and 3. So it will become 5. 2 3s are 6. Again, if you are confident in this topic, you can solve it all together. Otherwise, do it step by step. So here now we'll solve this bracket. Divided by 5 raised to the power 7. So it will be 10 divided by 5 raised to the power 7. So it is 5. 10 minus 7 equal to 5 raised to the power 3. Okay. This is the answer. However, you could have done it another way. And how it is? Like from here, I'm writing it. You could have done it directly because we know that this is to be added and division means you have to subtract the power. So you can write 10 minus 7 directly and we are done here. Okay. Choose the method you're more comfortable in. I suggest that if you're starting just now, starting with the questions, then do it step by step. Have a step by step approach. Now the next question. Okay. Now look at this. Now see, all our questions, all our rules are based on either having the same base or same power. Now nothing is same here, right? But is it possible to make something common? You see this is 25 and I think you all can make connection of 25 to 5. We all know that 25 can be written as 5 times 5, right? And how do we get it? By prime factorization. Okay. So this we can write as 5 raised to the power 2 and 4 is the overall power, right? Now here we got power of power. So here you will solve it. So this will be how much? 8 minus 5, 8 minus 3 I mean. So it is 5. Okay, let's move to the next question. Alright, again the same thing. Okay, just look at all the numbers. Do you think you can solve them? Is there something that you can do more? So first, let's have a look at this 3. So we have a 3 here, right? Do you see any other 3? No, I don't. But then 3 is a prime number. You cannot further break it down. 7. 7 is a prime number. So we cannot further break it down, and it has a power also. 11 is also a prime number. We cannot further break it down. We leave it as it is. Here, this 11 is also, and we can solve them. But I see 21. Now 21 is prime or composite. So we all know that 21 is a composite number and we can break it down. And how will you write 21 as? So we all know that 21 can be written as 3 times 7. You do not need to do this, but since I want to show how to do the prime factorization, how to find out the factors of a number, I'm writing this. Okay, so you can directly write it. So let's write all the numbers again. 21 is 3 times 7. Now, what did you notice here? Did you see that when we broke down 21 as product of these two prime numbers? Now, 3 and 3 are common here, and then 7 and 7, we can solve them, and here we can solve these also. Now, here, whether I'm solving for the 3 first, two ways, you can directly cancel them out, or you can you can write like 3, 1 minus 1 equal to 3 raised to the power 0, which is again 1. Now here it is like consuming some more time, okay, extra time. So I am directly cancelling them out. Perfectly all right. Now next step, 7 raised to the power 2 minus 1, because I hope you remember that if there is no power written, it means it is 1. Now into, now here also there are two ways. Either you can cancel them out directly because the powers are same, the numbers are same, or you can write this part as 8 minus 8. It will become,
All right, you're correct. You're correct. It is 3 in the denominator. So, well, I think I misread it as, 8 and I cancelled it out. Can you write the correct answer for me? So, it will be what? Type your answer. And I will assume it is 8 only and I'll solve it.
11 raised to the power 0, and you'll get 1 ultimately. So no need to write it further. So just solve it. Equal to 7.
So 7 times 11
Nice,
raised to
isn't
the power
it?
5.
Like the question
Yeah,
was
you're
so big,
correct.
but ultimately, what's our answer? A simple 7. Okay, next question.
Okay, these are simple questions.
Okay, now here also. Oh, this question is super simple because all the bases are same all.
अच्छा खुशू which question was the most difficult for you? सबसे मुश्किल वाला question कौन से थे? Or you know all these? चलो देख लो अपने आप जो है पता चल जाएगा है ना. इफ यू आर हैविंग कहीं पर कोई कंफ्यूजन है, कोई क्वेश्चन में मुश्किल हो रहा है तो अपने आप ही सेल्फ करेक्शन भी हो जाएगा. ठीक है.
Ready. All you have to do is just apply the rules. Now again, there are two ways of doing it. So first, we will write 3, 7 as it is. Now, this 3 raised to the power 4 is in division with this, and this is also in division with this. So both of these powers will get subtracted. Okay, minus 4 minus 3, and then you will solve it as 7 minus 4 is 3 minus 3 equal to. Okay, I want to show a few more methods of solving this question so that you know all the possibilities and don't be in a doubt. So what else you could have done is, this is the method number 2. You could have written it as 3 raised to the power 7 over. Now see, these two are in multiplication with each other. Okay, so I will add their powers. So I will write it as this, which will give me Okay, and then you can either cancel them out or you can write subtraction of the power and 0 equal to 1, right? Or you could have done it one step at a time. How? So first we will solve for the first one and leave it here. And then from here, either you can write it directly or you can show the subtraction of the powers. Choose the method which makes more sense to you. None of them are wrong. We are applying the rules at every step and the rules are also clear. Now let's have a look at the next question. I like them really too much. Why so? Because these questions are very simple. All you have to do is just remember that one rule which says that any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Now here it means that 2 raised to the power 0 is 1, 1 and 1. And the answer is 3. Easy, isn't it? Again, okay, and will I get 3? No, I'll get 1. Okay, next question, also based on power 0. So it is, I'll get here 1 plus 1 times 1. Okay, apply BODMAS. 1 plus 1 makes 2 times 1 equal to 2. Simple, right? What I have done, I've just written 1 in place of 3 raised to the power 0 and 2 raised to the power 0 also. So just solve it. Okay. Now comes the next type of question. Again, these are also based on the properties only. Okay, the rules only, but to see that what you're doing. So first have a look at all the bases. Powers we'll see later, but have a look at the bases. 2, it's a prime number. A can't do anything and these two can be solved. 4 is not a prime number. Convert it to prime number and you know that 4 can be written as 2 raised to the power 2, right? We all are familiar with this. So let's solve it. So we have here 2 raised to the power 8 times a raised to the power 5. Now this is 2 raised to the power 2 overall 3 times a raised to the power 3. Okay, now I will solve it further. So this I can write as 2 raised to the power 8. Let me solve for a here. So 5 minus 3 and here it will become 2 raised to the power 6. Now let's solve this part. 2 raised to the power 8 and 2 raised to the power 6 will become 2 raised to the power 8 minus 6 times a raised to the power 2. And this will be 2 raised to the power 2 into a raised to the power 2. Now do you remember the rule where if the powers are same, the bases are multiplied? So we can write it as 2a raised to the power 2. I hope this makes sense. Next question. So this, again, solve the bracket. Let's solve the bracket first. So 5 minus 3, okay, times a raised to the power 8 equal to a raised to the power 2 times a raised to the power 8. Bases are same, so makes our question very easy. Add the powers. 10. Simple application of the rules. Now the next, again, our steps are same. See, you see the bases here, compare them. This is 4, this is also 4, right? And the power is 5. This is also 5, they are same. So instead of solving it, just cancel them here. Or you can write 5 minus 5 also, whichever method you're more comfortable with. I'm writing it down here so that it is clear to you. So you can cancel it directly. And then next step is A, 8 minus 5, B, 3 minus 2. It is A3, B1. You do not need to write 1. And here we are done. That's it. That's our answer. Okay. So you see here that there are different rules in play. So we have a rule over here. We have a bracket. So remember the bracket is to be solved first. And then we have this part here in the bracket. And then we have a power outside the bracket also. So first step, solve for the part inside the bracket. So we'll solve that first. So we'll get, I'm keeping the bracket on. This is 3 plus 1. No power means 1. So it is 2 raised the power 4. Okay. And the power outside 3. Again, remember the rule. If there is power of power, then you just multiply the powers. So it is 2 raised the power 12. So what did we do here? First we added the powers 3 plus 1. Then we multiplied the powers and we got our answer. Okay. So I think that's it. These were the two questions of this exercise 11.2, question number 1 and 2. So this is it for now, and I will share the other two questions in the next video for time being. Um,
Thank you for watching all this. Okay, and being here. Stop sharing. Okay. So now there is a question. Okay, in the post, I want you to go back to the post, put the answer over there, come back here, and tell me the answer. Let me see how much you have learned from today's lesson. Are you comfortable? Are you confident in the exponent rule? Piku, should I play the exponent rules for you? Because I think you are also learning exponents, right? Are you confident in that? I can play and I can I'm like we can review the rules. Let me know if you want. Or easy for you also? Great. Go and post the answer in the post in the chat and let me know what's the answer here as well. Both of you, just it's okay. You can leave this for the time being. Go back, go to the post your answer, and then let me know. Come back here then. I don't know how to pause this. It's three. How? Piku, you also try. It's not very difficult. Oh my god, you use such a complicated, method. Did you? Okay, let me find my whiteboard. Can you solve it using any other method? Because I know it is a little challenging for you because you have not learned and you are in grade 6 and you're doing quite good. All right, even being in grade 6. So, एक question है, ठीक है? So this question is based on that exponents. तो मैंने उधर डाला था. इसका question, इसका answer देखते हैं. There are many ways of doing it. So I see, yeah, that how you have done. I'm sharing my method, all right? Mm, I'm sharing my method with you. Maybe, yeah, it's quite obvious, but how will you write? All right, how will you write? That's the question. So the question was, just tell me the question, okay? Just in case I hope I don't write the wrong one. What happened to this? Mm, Suddenly it's not working. I'm not able to write on this. Okay, just give me a moment. I'll refresh or I'll use Canva. Okay, that's also nice. It's become okay. So here we are. ठीक है. All right, sharing my screen now. Yeah, nice, nice. Good to see so many methods that you tried here. So, yes, I was also using the similar kind of method. So, again, you can always use any method that you want, but you have to use the easiest, the simplest that take amount of time, okay, to solve. So there are many. Now these are my method. What I do, see, bases are different, so I'll try to convert. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, so it is 2 times, so I can write it as, now one more triplet of 2's here, so I have 3 pairs of 4. What I did, I converted this 8 into 4. So this means that x is equal to 3. So this is the first method. Another one is, convert these bases into your choice, like into the basic form. Like 4 is 2 raised to the power 2. So this will become 2x. And 8 is 2 raised to the power 3. And then you have 2 outside. So you know that these you can equate. You've learned the algebra, right? So x is equal to. Did you think of any of these methods? That's what I'm saying. There are hundreds of methods, so you have to choose the simplest one whenever you're solving the question. Okay, it's easy to, do it. Like, there are many methods, but then there are many time-consuming methods also. So you should be able to differentiate, and you should be able to decide which one is the best for a particular situation or a question. Okay, I think that's it. And chalo, ठीक है then. Let me see, Kushi, what I will do, because I wanted to start with the ratio proportion also. So maybe like first, thank you, Peku, yours, and then I will start with the ratio proportion. Or do you want me to like first start ratio proportion and then at 8:30, around 8:30, you will come? And it's percentage, not ratio proportion. Sorry, percentage, percentages. Let me know. All right, because I wanted to finish this with you first. Exponents. I wanted to finish this. There are two more questions. I'll finish it that you asked, and then percentages. May I know it? Percentages. ठीक है, मुझे भेज देना. I will send you his portion. You match his portion with yours, okay? And let me know. Do you want me to? You want to continue with the both, or you will stay for one part and another part? No, then I will just tell, because Piku usually joins at 8 o'clock, so I wanted to have his part first, and you usually join around 8:30. This is what I've noticed. Yeah. So after 8:30, I will keep your part, and then otherwise you can start from the beginning. Also, no issues. Chalo, I'll end this meeting. Bye bye, and enjoy. Okay.